Welcome back to my ultra hardcore Minecraft survival episode 72. Welcome back. Making a new axe because that one's finna break. As you could see, if you could observe, I had a beautiful sign that said find lush caves. So I decided to throw a boat down in the water, see if it floats, and then I hopped in it and I'm off to the races to find this thing. So I was looking for lush caves, and I spent literally the entire playthrough looking for lush caves, and big surprise, did I find one? No, but I found this really deep river. Man, I was startled. I got right back in my boat. Listen, deep water is a fear. Clearly not for this crow. Dude is just having the time of his life, acting like it's a bouncy castle. And that's a reoccurring theme. I keep seeing these crows just treating it like a bouncy castle. It's going up and down on the water that is full of fear, full of deep fear. And honestly, I didn't know what I was doing, so I decided chopping down some trees. I already lost objective here. I'm supposed to be finding lush caves. I said, ooh, oak trees, lobbing them down because I got this sweet mod that just deletes them after I mine one block, which some may argue is very overpowered. I don't think so. I think it's saving time. Looked at those freaking poop fellas over there, and then I looked right to left. Hopefully someone would do something about it, because that's just an atrocity to have laying out in the sun. Just poop fellas, disgusting. Then I saw this house that looked like the poop fellas live there, so I decided to take a look, see what it's like, see what their living conditions are. Impeccable. So I left, decided to take more of their forest instead, because I mean, if they're living in a beautiful, luxurious house, I may as well deforest and take all their natural resources, because they clearly have enough. And so I continued doing that, and then as I was journeying, I hopped back in the water and came across this beautiful, incomplete nether portal with a gold block above it. I said, whoa, it matches the sun that's setting right now. So with the absolute courage of a man, I can't even speak, the courage of a man, you know what I did? I hopped on that red piece of rock, mined that gold, mined that obsidian under it. It took a long time. And then looked at those pantaloons. It's pretty cool pantaloons right there. And you know me, I'm going to cheat. I got this epic pillar called a waystone. I'm going to name it F, and I'm going to fly back. I'm going to use my F to fly. F is for fly back to Shalomville. Throw some... I just realized this now. I threw 3 pieces of wood in the chest and kept the 64. That doesn't make any sense. But I ended up going back, picked up a pillar, found another pillar. And here's a little side quest for you on this video. See how many pillars I mine. What's the number? What's the count? You find how much I did, how much I mined in the video, you get $1,000,000. Also, you get these beautiful crows bouncing on the water like a bouncy castle. And honestly, I saw this weird statue. I approached it, saw what it was all about. Did not like that it was asking me that it's going to give me what I desire. I'm like, that is freaking blasphemous. That is demonic, bad, disgusting. And so I took it and I threw it and it just came right back to me. I'm like, okay, I'll throw it again. It came right back to me. But I wisened up. I put my Sherlock Holmes on, realized I had magnet on my chest piece, just magnets all over it, like ones you'd put on a freaking fridge or whatever. And then I committed some crimes while I was out and about. You know me. Decided to vandalize and break and enter into this witch's home, and then put everything back exactly how I left it. You know, just that's the vandal's code. Put it back how you left it. So that's exactly what I did, like a little polite vandal. Put that fence post right back. And then I continued journeying on in this beautiful, vast landscape, now in a savanna, looking for lush caves. Where? Can't find them. No idea. But I found the 17th village in my playthrough, and also a beautiful pillar that I mined with the speed of a speed man. And I found another pillar. And you know what I did to that? Played around with the arrows. That's right. Played around with those frickin' arrows. And then I absorbed that pillar into my inventory as well. Not without placing it back down and aptly naming this village what it should have been, and that is Guys with Orange Hatlantis. That's exactly what I observed when I went there. Then I kind of harassed the local population. I was staring at them. Dude was zooming by me. As many of you can guess, I then put my feet to work, back on the grind, looking for some wonderful, lush caves, which are honestly beginning to be a mythical creature for me, because I just can't find them. It's like me trying to get you guys to believe Bigfoot is real. I'm looking for this lush cave. I'm like, dude, it's real, I swear. I swear I saw the tree before. I can't find any evidence. I can't find a tree. I can't snap a photo. Can't even get video evidence of it. But I still believe. The trek was still on. My morales were high as ever. I was mining pumpkins. It's like when you go to a little pumpkin patch, you take a little bit of photos when you're an infant. You know, you taking selfies. And then honestly just could not skip this gorgeous moment. It was a golden landscape. I said, this is gorgeous. stop and take a moment. Turn my HUD off as well, maybe. I didn't turn my HUD off. But I did put down a waystone. Another way, called it A because we're non-discriminatory. We're hitting all the letters of the alphabet. And then I went back to the guys with orange Atlantis because why wouldn't you go back there? They had some pretty cool orange hats, and their houses even have orange hats. And then I was looking for a bed, going to sleep, and I realized there's only one bed in this village, and everyone's fighting over it. Everyone's trying to get a chance. They're fighting. I said, I'm not going to go on this bed. There's too many men. But I succumbed because there were no more beds. So I had to battle, throw some punches, throw my big toe around, if you know what I'm saying. And we made it to sleep. And then I observed this wonderful piece of wildlife. It is beautiful. Not beautiful, really. They're ants. They're big ants. You know, of course, as an American, I'm going to go disturb the peace. Decided to just mine that up, and this freaking big, I don't even know what he is, big boy popped out. Call him a queen. That's no queen. That's a grown man right there with antennas. And so I threw my sword in his face a couple times and slashed it on his face. I could just imagine I got my foam diamond sword just boom, 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 hitting him in the face. Then I found another one of those pillars that everyone loves, playing Yahtzee with them. And then, honestly, it's just like deja vu. I found another portal in the water. You can't find enough of those. So instead of taking the gold block, though, I just looked at it and then I observed the loot that was in the chest, which was honestly uninspiring. And so much so that I just left. I said, I can't do this. This is insulting. And then I was off again. Not putting my feet down, though. I was putting my oars to work, putting that big old silverback gorilla back into work, just rowing that boat to land. And then I saw another structure that was very intriguing to me. So I went there, and lo and behold, this would be the biggest mistake of the entire playthrough. And I'm not talking about cleaning up this nasty moss that's all over the floor, because that was very sweet of me. But I'm talking about this next decision, which is mining down. Terrible decision. They say they tell you to not mine down in Minecraft. And what did I do? I mined down. You know why? Because curiosity got the best of me. So I continued mining. I continued traversing this, honestly, desert temple-esque jungle temple thingy-mabob. And man, I was feeling huge, big, and strong. I was deciding to go down, continue diving down in here, getting attacked by these little buggers that are just wiggling their tails like a dog happy to see an owner. Instead, they wanted to kill me, and then kill me they did. Oh my goodness, they just kept all over me. Man, imagine, this is a nightmare of mine. I think it's a nightmare for many people. It's what they did on Fear Factor. You just get covered in insects. Gross. That's what these things are. They're insects. But instead of insect, they're in stone, and they're popping out of stone to give me a welcoming smooch on the lips, putting their lips on mine, and I'm just slapping my foam sword in their face. Get away from me! Get away! And I quickly tried to devise a strategy to hopefully coerce and get around these guys, and man, it did not work. Let me tell you, it did not work. And what I mean is, I couldn't hit them, I couldn't hurt them, I couldn't do anything to them. I couldn't slap them in the face with my foam, and every little hit I did, more and more and more appeared. And man, it was a scary moment, but I'm a determined guy. I'm like the frickin' Buchanan dude from The Great Gatsby. I don't even know what that character is, but I'm pretty sure he was a pretty courageous jock of a guy, and that's what I am in this playthrough. I am going to the bottom of this freaking jungle temple, and I'm going to do it by any means necessary. So I kept going down, and I decided to throw the pumpkins at them because I knew that those brought me joy. So I said, maybe you'll bring these guys joy. They'll stop trying to smooch me on the lips, kill me. Kiss of death. And I kept putting the pumpkins down. And man, this is when it all fell apart, gang. This is when it all fell apart right here. I got absolutely trapped in a corner, and I kept hitting them, and guess what? More appeared, and now there's green folk in the mix. And I don't know what you guys would do, but there's no chance of me getting out of this, let me tell you. And no chance of getting out was right, because I immediately died. I was squashed by a zombie. Squashed by one. But luckily, there's hope for a new beginning. I said hello to my orange hat comrades that don't have any orange hats. Stole their food for the week, and I did what I always know how to do. I put my feet to the pavement. I started running along, and even pulled a little Michael Phelps out, started swimming back.